the American Bankers Association requested a 60-day extension for comments on Genius Act stablecoin rulemaking. The banking group seeks angle matters because the banking sector is asking for sequencing clarity before stablecoin rules become binding. The tension is whether stablecoin rulemaking turns into a durable change or simply a sharp data point. That is why the first read should stay close to the confirmed numbers: 60-day request, 2-month delay, and the immediate checkpoint around OCC rule first. For a regulatory story, the practical effect is timing and access. Who must comply, what gets restricted, and which rule or order changes behavior. The reason to keep watching is that the next checkpoint can change the meaning of the first move. The useful baseline is that the request says meaningful input depends on seeing the OCC's final rule, because other agencies may align their frameworks with it. The key baseline details are Genius Act and FDIC alignment, which give the story scale without requiring speculation. This scene grounds the viewer before the mechanism takes over. If the baseline changes, the rest of the story changes with it, because the consequence depends on whether those confirmed details keep holding. The most important baseline split is between what is already visible and what still needs confirmation from the next public signal. That scope keeps the segment focused on the mechanism that actually changes outcomes. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The mechanism is straightforward. A longer comment window could push the earliest possible implementation timeline by up to 2 months. That is the working engine behind Banking Group Seeks, and it explains why the event cannot be read only as a surface move. In this case, the mechanism connects 60-day request with OCC rule first. When that connection weakens, the story becomes less about the initial number and more about whether the system, market, or policy process can absorb stress. That mechanism is the reason a viewer should watch process quality, not just the largest number in the story. The affected side is stablecoin issuers, banks, and payment networks may face a longer wait before final compliance duties become clear. For viewers, the useful question is who actually has to react: users, traders, issuers, regulators, operators, or institutions. Here, ABA sits at the center of that reaction, while American Bankers Association shapes the next practical step. The consequence is strongest where the event changes access, trust, liquidity, compliance planning, or the cost of making a decision. That makes the impact measurable through behavior, not through hype around the topic. The open question is the extension is requested, not settled, and the final alignment across Treasury, FDIC, FinCEN, OFAC, and OCC is still open. That limit matters because the confirmed facts do not automatically prove the most aggressive interpretation. The safer split is to treat 2-month delay as established context, while leaving the unresolved part open until a stronger signal appears. That keeps the story useful without turning a partial data point into a conclusion. The open point should remain separate from the confirmed facts until a filing, market move, patch, data release, or official action closes the gap. If later evidence changes the read, the story should adjust around that evidence. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The clean checkpoint is the next signal is whether the OCC rule lands first and whether agencies grant the 60-day extension. For Banking Group Seeks, that is the point where the story either gains confirmation or stays stuck as an unresolved market, policy, security, or adoption question. The practical readout is to follow OCC rule first alongside the supporting details: 120-day trigger and 60-day request. If that next signal arrives, the story moves. If it does not, the only confirmed position is the one already visible in the evidence. The viewer should leave with one concrete checkpoint, not a prediction about where the market or policy process must go.